our top controversially.
The introduction of a robotic workforce has been a fundamental factor.
The innovative companies, no matter how large or small, seem to share something really simple: the extent to which senior executives spend time thinking about the future. Future.
So digital means there's something extremely literal. It's now 36% of our business. Industry weighting is about 20%. In other words, clients invest about 20% of budgets on digital. So we're about twice the market weight. But we also know that consumers spend 45% of their time online or with mobile. So therefore, although the industry has moved to 20% and we're at 36%, we're still both underweight, even though we're double the market.
This is an extraordinary moment in the life of human beings.
This book that I have in my hand is a directory of everybody who had an email address in 1982.
The beginning of connectivity we have not dreamt of a few years ago.
The Earth is full. Imagine our economy when the carbon bubble bursts, when the financial markets recognize that to have any hope of preventing the climate spiraling out of control, the oil and coal industries are finished. Imagine China, India and Pakistan going to war as climate impacts generate conflict over food and water. Imagine the Middle East without oil income, but with collapsing governments. Imagine our highly tuned just-in-time food industry and our highly stressed agricultural system failing and supermarket shelves emptying. Imagine 30% unemployment in America as the global economy is gripped by fear and uncertainty. Now imagine what that means for you, your family, your friends, your personal financial security.
Traditional vertical industry-specific stacks are now being eroded by cross-industry horizontal matrix services. And it is this top layer of emerging awareness, intelligence and virtual identities that will truly define the matrix business dynamic. While value chains are getting longer, more end-to-end and increasingly customer-centric. Perhaps most importantly, profits are migrating to the new digital players who often play by different winner-take-all rules.
The Internet of Things is really connecting the physical world to the Internet. Things that we take for granted today that we have to do ourselves will possibly be able to be done for us automatically. When I drive close to my house, my sensor in my car can send a message to my thermostat and say, I'm coming home, turn up the heat a little bit, maybe even go ahead and preheat the oven so I can cook dinner.
What you observe is that about a half of that digital data is information that has an IP address. It's on a server or it's on a PC. But having an IP address means that it can be connected to any other data that has an IP address. It means it becomes possible to put together half of the world's knowledge in order to see patterns, an entirely new thing. If we run the numbers forward to 2020, we of course have an exact number, courtesy of IDC. What it implies is a 100-fold multiplication in the stock of information that is connected via an IP address.
I can think of at least four examples, and Coca actually is not one of them, where the CEOs are moving to a much more agile, well-resourced but agile and networked and technologically proficient centre, and a much more local structure, and they're taking out regional management. You can have a great strategy and not implement it, and it's a disaster. You can be very good at implementation and not have a strategy, which probably is also wrong. You remember the business schools used to argue about whether strategy was important or implementation. The answer is both.